Hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Just got home. I thought I was literally gonna get home a little earlier, but we've been so freaking backed up busy that it's hard to get off early now. Jeez. But yeah. So my rant of the day is going to be a good rant. A good rant to where it's like, it makes sense. So those of you know me on my social media apps, such as Facebook, I have that thing on private. I had a lot of friends on there, and then, stuff happened. Then I got no friends. And then now I only have 3 friends on Facebook. And it's still a locked account where you have to request me, to be friends. That's one thing. I'm a open-minded, but I tell you things. I can tell you things about myself. You can get to know me by watching my videos and stuff. But it's, and like I said the last time that I was here, people will try to analyze you on where you're at. What apartment is that? That looks familiar. I know exactly where you live. No matter if it's a photo, video, or just a little tiny bit. If you're up in my area and you show a picture of just like a tiny little bit of a little area that I am familiar with, bam, I'm onto it. No need to hire a private investigator. I got your back. But I want to get to the point. Don't put your private information online for everyone to see. I know people, such as me, love their cars to death. They put their car on blast everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, it makes sense. You want to show your project. You want to show what you did with the vehicle. Other people do things differently with their vehicles. Makes sense. Now, here's the hard part. When you start showing where you live, and then you see a person, and you're like, oh, I know that car. I follow him on Instagram, or I follow him on TikTok, or I follow him some sort of social media, right? So you're not thinking much. You're just enjoying life and being like, yeah, snap, snap. Yeah, boy, look at my hand. I'm posting up right here. Along comes a me, which is I myself investigate. So first of all, there's a guy with the red Tesla. If he does watch my videos, welcome. Now, every ego person, I say ego person, loves haters. Haters encourage them and stuff. It's a natural thing. It's a very natural thing. So this particular guy is coming out of my complex. I was coming out of my complex. This guy is behind me with a red Tesla, all up in my trunk. I do have that dash camera video on my dash camera playlist if you want to go watch it. The guy was on my trunk, literally kissing my booty, not giving me any room. because I'm a standard vehicle. If I fall back on him and they tap him, be like, it's your fault. They're gonna claim, oh yeah, it is his fault because he's really up in your ass. And then he continues at the light, and then he keeps getting closer. I'm like, this guy's gonna be on blast on the internet. Like, he all up in my shit. So then we come to the freeway. You know, I personally don't want to wreck my car by brake checking. So what I usually do is spray windshield washer fluid on their vehicle. Some folks out there are like, well, you're doing the other person a favor. You're giving them water so they can clean their. I was like, no, you're actually blindsided by that. If you ever experience that and you have water sprouts all over, you'll be like, what the hell? Or your windshield wipers are just automatic. That means back the fuck up. Seriously. Because there's no need for you to be so close to a vehicle when you're driving. You don't know what the person could all of it stop all of a sudden. What are you going to drag all the way to the freaking ground? So anyways, this guy, multiple times I've seen him in my little area that I live in. And I saw him on posts, but I wasn't too sure if that was him. I kept saying, is that the tailgater? Is that the tailgater guy? And finally, this one time today, he recognized me as like, what? What you mean? And I said, yeah, you tailgate a lot. You love to tailgate. By all means, I mean, you personally, you don't need to be that close to your vehicle, and you're a Tesla, you don't have to have that much drag going down, like in video games, in Midnight Club, where you're behind the person gives you drag, you get extra speed. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense why this person is all up in your butt. So he hasn't replied yet, but I know exactly where he lives. He does understand that you put yourself out. His by all means, his stuff is not private. And I'm like, let me make sure, because he himself commented on the video, in which I'm like, okay, well, now it's time for investigation. Are you the person? Did I mistaken you for the person? Click on his profile. I see a lot of photos of areas where I know where they are. And he posts at his house. Okay, I know exactly where that is. So if you got something to say, I got something to say too. I know exactly where you live. And, oh, what are you going to do? You can't come in my yard. Can't do anything. Well, I just know I could put you on blast anytime I feel like. I could be a Karen as well. So, yeah. Again, don't want to rant on too much about this guy, because that bugs me. They love the fame. Anybody does. But if you put in general, I'm not saying him. If you put your Instagram name, your YouTube channel on your car, you will get following. Good following and bad following. Most of the ego people, they'll be like, oh man, F the haters, they can F it up, whatever. Man, the F the haters can actually F up you if you keep saying that. I'm a person that'll be like, yeah, a person could be injured and have assassinated. No doubt about it, because your ego is too high. You think nobody can hurt you. Hello, Pixel. And that's what's wrong with all these folks around here. They put, I mean, I understand you want a following, I understand that you know, you want people to follow you, you want friends. That's the only way you can get friends, if you put your damn Instagram name or you put your YouTube channel name on your vehicle so you can get following. When you don't get it the natural way. And then you start getting all these weird ass people knowing where you live, knowing what your style is, knowing where you work. Like, oh, all the time I see you pass by here. And then they start stalking you. And then you get stalkers. Obviously, these people have not had worse stalkers in their whole entire life. Obviously. But you put that on the internet, you're putting this information on the internet. You're putting your name, you're putting your actual vehicle. A lot of people hide their license plates, but they ain't gonna, that a little glimpse of that car anywhere. Let's say if it's at a car meet and just a video, you will see your damn license plate. You know, and people do it all the freaking time on their vehicles. All the freaking time. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more. It's like, what? On your car, your personal car. That's something, I mean, if unless your car is fully secured in a garage, like freaking high class security, then you'll be okay. Because a hacker like me would hack that shit and you know, do some damage. Because you love haters. So haters, okay, I got you. But you don't understand what people do in their spare time. Sure, they got a job, sure, but I'm a private investigator over here. I investigate. And if he said something, then I'll be like, okay, well, you know what? I know exactly where you live. So there's codes and violations on everything. There's things that you can do without even being there. Just saying. Yeah, people, you know, I had one chick too, same thing. Her car had her Instagram name, and I followed her on Instagram, and I noticed that she had a cool exhaust. I said, you have a really cool exhaust, and yada, yada, yada. I think she's a subscriber as well. But in that case, it's like, I always hear your car all the time. I know who you are. I know where you live. You live in my complex. Like, ooh, that's weird. People stalking you. Well, then don't put your freaking Instagram name on there. Don't put your YouTube channel on your car. Just be undercover. People you want to see more of your maybe project or whatever. Let them ask you. Let them ask you. Say, hey man, nice car. Shake hands or bust fits or freaking even hug. Say, hey, nice car. You got a YouTube channel or you got an Instagram that follow you? Those are the good ways. That's how you know it's a good car meet. Whenever people start talking to each other. Car meets these days are not the same. People don't start talking to each other. They start talking down. Oh, well, that looks bad. That doesn't look too bad. That's weird. No. They start judging you. They start be like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Makes no sense. I'm telling you, the car culture at the moment right now is kind of wacky. Very wacky. But don't put your name on the internet. Especially folks on YouTube. They're like, oh, I'm in Mexico. Every freaking YouTuber that lives in Houston, for some reason, they're in Mexico. Oh, I'm making my video. It's in Mexico. Like, bro, if I look at that trash can and I Google that trash can and what state that's from or where it's from, okay, I found you. I know exactly where you're at. People have ways. We got slow motion. Man, we have ways. So again, don't put yourself on the freaking internet like that, and don't show your surroundings. A lot of people do accidentally. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.